Welcome to Nature Walk, the podcast where we explore the wonders of the natural world and uncover the latest discoveries in science and research. I'm your host, David, and I'm excited to share another fascinating story with you today. As we take our first steps into the world of cold Rydberg atomic gases, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a frozen landscape, where the air is crisp and the molecules are moving slowly. It's here that scientists have been studying the behavior of these exotic gases, and what they found is nothing short of remarkable. Researchers at the University of Science and Technology in China have been investigating the properties of cold Rydberg atomic gases, and their latest discovery has shed new light on the phenomenon of exceptional points. These points occur when the energy levels of the atoms become degenerate, meaning that they converge to form a single point. It's a bit like a cosmic game of convergence, where the rules of quantum mechanics start to bend and warp. The team, led by Dongsheng Ding, has been using advanced experimental techniques to study the behavior of these gases, and what they've found is a complex landscape of hysteresis trajectories. Imagine a maze of interconnected paths, where the atoms can follow different routes depending on the conditions. It's a truly fascinating world, where the laws of physics are pushed to their limits. As we delve deeper into this story, we'll explore the implications of these findings, and what they might mean for our understanding of quantum mechanics. We'll also hear from the researchers themselves, who will share their insights and experiences working with these enigmatic gases. So join me on this journey into the world of cold Rydberg atomic gases, where the rules of physics are being rewritten and the boundaries of knowledge are being pushed to new extremes. It's a story that will take us to the edge of what we thought was possible, and beyond. We'll be right back with more fascinating stories from the natural world on Nature Walk. Okay. Welcome back to Nature Walk. I'm your host, David Dole. As we continue our journey through the natural world, we find ourselves at a rather unexpected destination, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. This vast expanse of ocean, roughly twice the size of Texas, is home to a staggering amount of plastic debris. But before we dive into the details, let me set the scene for you. Imagine sailing southwest from the coast of California, the sun beating down on your skin, the wind in your hair, and the endless blue horizon stretching out before you. For the first 1,000 miles, the ocean is relatively clear, with only the occasional piece of seaweed or school of fish breaking the surface tension. But then, after 3.5 days at sea, you start to notice an increase in debris sightings. At first, it's just a few stray pieces of plastic here and there, but as you sail deeper into the garbage patch, the ocean itself begins to resemble a soup of microplastics. This is precisely what Sonja Oberbeckman, a marine microbiologist, described to me during our conversation about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The sheer scale of the problem is daunting. Over 171 trillion pieces of plastic are estimated to be floating in our oceans, and the GPGP is just one symptom of a far larger issue. As we explore this topic further, it becomes clear that the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is not just an environmental concern, but also a complex ecosystem in its own right. The plastic debris provides a habitat for all manner of microorganisms, some of which are even thriving on these synthetic surfaces. But what does this mean for the health of our oceans and the creatures that call them home? The Ocean Cleanup, a non-profit organization dedicated to ridding our oceans of plastic waste, has been working tirelessly to address this issue. Their team estimates that it would take around $7.5 billion to clear the Great Pacific Garbage Patch within a decade. But is this the best approach? Some argue that targeting the GPGP is just one part of a much larger problem, and that we should be focusing on preventing plastic waste from entering our oceans in the first place. As I reflect on this story, I'm reminded of the importance of considering the interconnectedness of our planet. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch may seem like a distant issue, but its impact is felt far beyond the boundaries of this specific region. As we strive to protect our natural world, it's essential that we take a holistic approach, addressing the root causes of these problems, and working towards solutions that benefit not just our oceans, but all of life on Earth. And with that thought, I'd like to leave you with a sense of hope and responsibility. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch may be a daunting challenge, but it's also an opportunity for us to come together and make a positive impact on our planet. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. I'm your host, David. As we wrap up today's journey through the great outdoors, we're going to talk about a tradition that's dear to many hearts in Ohio, turkey hunting season. The wait is almost over for enthusiasts, as the South Zone hunt kicks off on April 19 and continues through May 18. For those in the Northeastern Zone, the start date is slightly later, beginning on May 3rd. Turkey hunting is not just about the thrill of the chase, it's also deeply intertwined with conservation efforts and the management of wildlife populations. The Ohio Division of Wildlife has been instrumental in reintroducing turkeys to the state, starting as far back as the 1950s. This endeavor has seen significant success over the decades, with the spring harvest peaking at 26,156 birds in 2001. However, like all things in nature, turkey populations can fluctuate due to various factors, such as weather conditions, predation, food availability, and disease. In response to these dynamics, regulations have been put in place to ensure the sustainability of turkey populations. For instance, the limit is currently set at one bearded bird per hunter for the entire spring season, regardless of the zone. This measure reflects a consideration for the population's well-being and its potential impact on future generations of turkeys. It's fascinating to note that while the overall numbers have seen ups and downs, recent surveys indicate that the ratio of young turkeys, or poults, per hen has been slightly above or at the long-term average. This is a positive sign for the health and resilience of turkey populations in Ohio. For those planning to venture out into the woods, certain counties are known for their abundant turkey populations. The wooded and rolling eastern counties, for example, offer promising hunting grounds. Licking County stood out last year with 255 turkeys checked, surpassing the combined total of the 6 central Ohio counties. As we explore these stories from the natural world, it's a reminder that our actions have consequences on the ecosystems we inhabit. The balance between hunting as a sport and conservation is delicate and requires careful management to ensure that wildlife thrives for generations to come. That's all for today's Nature Walk. Remember to like, share and subscribe. And until next time, keep exploring your natural world. That's all for today's Nature Walk. Remember to like, share and subscribe. And until next time, keep exploring your natural world.